Welcome to Health and Life with me, Coach Natalie, where I'm spreading love, light, and knowledge to you. So, do you know that there's no way forward if you do not embrace everything that makes who you are, every experience, everything that came before today that encompasses who you are? You have to embrace it all, including where you are today, so that you can move forward. So let's get right into this conversation, and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, if you have any comments that you'd like to throw in for me. I would love to hear it. So let's get right into it. And yes, that's right. So many times we have past experiences that we don't want to embrace. Like we are way against embracing them. Like we don't want to talk about them, about what's happened. We don't want to engage. We don't want to hear anyone else talk about them. And sometimes we're ashamed about things that have happened, things that we've done, things that have happened to us. And the truth of the matter is, everybody has things that they've done, things that have happened to them, things that people have done to them, situations, positions, things that they're not proud of. There's not one person on earth who does not have that. And wherever it is that you are today, the idea is to take the lessons from things that have happened, things that you've done, things that have happened to you, and work through that, do the work, because sometimes we have to heal. Sometimes the things that have happened to us, they're not pretty. They're not pretty things. It's nothing to write home to mama about. But you know what? It is. And it's these are the things that make you who you are. And when you embrace that, and you embrace the lessons that came with those things that happened, and you start to embrace who you are, no one can, for lack of a better word, no one can fuck with you. That's right. Like, you're unfuckable with, if that's a word. And excuse me for cussing, but it's the truth. No one can touch you, because you already know who you are. You know where you've been. You accept where you've been, and you're moving forward with your head held high. Now, anything that is not today, in this present moment, is where you've been. Even if it's you brushed your teeth this morning, that's where you've been. You can't go back to this morning at 8 a.m. in the morning and go back and brush your teeth. It's too late. So if you didn't brush your teeth, you gotta start where you are now. So the thing is that when you start to heal, you realize that all that other stuff really doesn't matter. It just matters where you are now, and where you want to be, in where you know that you want to be in the future, and realizing what your potential is yourself, and putting a plan together to get to that potential. And it's not always easy. Like look at me. Like, if you watch a lot of my videos, I'm on here, I'm talking about my weight loss journey, and I'm still on my weight loss journey. It's not easy. Is it getting easier? It's getting, what's getting easier about it? It's getting easier to stay on course. But there are days where I have to binge YouTube. I binge watch, YouTube video on other people who've had weight loss journeys, because you get discouraged sometimes, and that's human, right? That's human. But being discouraged is different than allowing where you've been to dictate where you will be in the future, because we can't go back and fix that. So I was watching a video on I think it's Mr. London's video. He had a short video on talking about weight loss, and he was doing all these moves, and he was lifting weights, and he was saying, yeah, do this and you can lose belly fat, do this and you can lose back fat, do this. And what it comes down to is that the truth of the matter is, there's no, you cannot lose fat, right? This is an example that I'm giving you. This is my own personal example. So I cannot lose fat. So what's happening for me is that I've decided to go the slow route because I figured for me at this point, slow and steady wins the race, and that if I want this to be a lifestyle. So I'm creating a lifestyle around where I want to be. So I'm living the lifestyle now, right? That will lead me to where I want to be, so that when I get to where I want to be, I can be already in that lifestyle. I'm already doing those things. I don't have to go lose weight fast and then figure out after I lose the weight, like, how am I going to maintain that? Because if any of you are like me, like we've been there, done that, right? Like, so that's not where I'm going. And one of the other things is that you giving yourself a reality check is good. So like watching those videos to where sometimes you need a mentor, you need a support system. And so if you find the right videos and the right coaches, even on YouTube for free, these videos can support you through your journey. And so you have to live the lifestyle. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to start now and live the lifestyle of a millionaire. You cannot go back and think about, I used to collect food stamps. Oh my gosh, like, that's so embarrassing. I used to live in the streets. I used to, whatever it is that you used to do is not relevant to where you want to be. The only thing that's relevant from where you used to be is that you want to go back there. That's the only relevance. So you have a lesson. If you want to get back there, you know what to do because you've been there, right? Like, so we're not going to focus on what's past. You want to focus on what you want. So you need to start living that lifestyle of where you want to be. Whether it's that you want to be a millionaire. You know what? Then you're going to stop telling yourself, I can't afford that vacation. I can't do this. I can't, because the millionaires don't tell themselves they can't. When they want something, they tell themselves, how do I get it? They ask themselves, how do I get it? And then they go for it. They start taking the steps to get to where they want to be, to get that next step, to buy that next house, to make that next investment. And so it doesn't mean, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, live like a millionaire, like take your whole paycheck, don't pay your rent. Yeah, that's not right. That's not a good idea, and that's not what millionaires do. So if you want to be a millionaire, you need to go online, find a millionaire, research what they do, how they did it, and maybe start following their steps. And maybe you don't want to do it like them, but there's plenty of millionaires, and I can tell you from the research that I've done, a lot of them have some of the same steps that they've taken, a lot of the same things, and from things that would not even seem to you like that has anything to do with being a millionaire, but it does, because a lot of things that lead you to where you want to be are going to be those small things that you need to do, that you're like, well, like this really doesn't seem relevant. Like, this doesn't seem, why do I have to do this? And why do I have to do this every day? Because it's a routine. And routine brings, when you have a routine to do something, that helps you bring on change. So embrace who you are fully. Embrace, be proud of who you are. Be proud, even the bad things that have happened, be proud. Be proud of all those things that you think are embarrassing, that you should have done, that you shouldn't have done. Embrace them all, because they bring you to where you are today, right? Where you can look at yourself in the mirror. When you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I love me with all my imperfections. That's powerful. Because guess what? If you love you with all your imperfections, it doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It does not matter. The only thing that will matter is what your plan is to get to where you want to be. So anyhow, I hope this was helpful. I am sending you love, light, and knowledge until the next video.